What's up, everybody? JC with Big Game Real Estate. Today we're going to talk about having a team in place. Most of you guys are new in the business, so your first couple deals you're going to be financing. You're going to have partners. You're going to be going to folks to invest in the deal. So what are some of the things that you can bring to the table as a new guy in the business? And by the way, whether you're a new guy or not, you have to have a team in place. So we're going to talk about first couple of steps to take. Number one, a real estate broker. Now, obviously, you can find deals on your own. You can drive down the road. We talk about how to identify value-add commercial properties and all different kinds of things in other videos. But having a real estate broker working for you is a huge asset. How do you find a real estate broker to work with you? Well, easiest thing to do is go online in your local neighborhood, look up who's doing deals. You can use LoopNet, you can use CoStar, you can drive down the road and see who's got signs. And what I would advise is you reach out to the person. Let them know, hey, I am an investor and I'm looking for, commercial office properties between a, 8 and 10%, cap rate return. Or if you're looking for a different internal rate of return, you have to express that to them to let them know what type of product you like to purchase. Now, whether or not they have something at the moment, doesn't matter. If they do, great, you can review it. If they don't, get their information, send them an email, so now you're on their list when they have new listings, or when they're searching for property, they're going to be looking for you. I would suggest going out and meeting with the person. Have a lunch with them. Get on their radar, and you'll continue that relationship. Also ask them, hey, if I find a property on my own and I need a broker opinion of value to see if it's a good deal, are you willing to do that for me? Most of the time they'll say yes, and that'll be a big help. So real estate broker, commercial real estate broker. Number two, you definitely want to have relationships with lenders. All right, this helps you understand the criteria when you're out there and you're finding properties, where you need to be as far as financing or what you need to go get from potential investors. I would suggest that you meet with local banks. Your larger, more institutional banks, they're great, but they're going to be, most of the time, they're going to lend on paper deals. They're going to look for a larger down payment. It's going to be much tighter, much cleaner deals. If you're just getting involved in the business, I would go down to my local banks. I'd go down to smaller banks, have a conversation with them. Tell them, look, I'm a commercial real estate investor. We talk about in other videos how to separate yourself. You're going to give them the product and the asset class that you're looking for. Tell them the area that you're looking in and see what programs they have. Do you need 25% down? Do you need 30? What their rates are like? Do they have any special programs that other banks may not have? That's some stuff that you're definitely going to want to know. And again, develop a relationship. Ask them, hey, if I find a property, is it okay if I email you or call you with the situation? They're looking for business too. They're always going to say yes. Under that umbrella, I would also suggest a hard money lender. Now, these are your private finance guys, right? So these are going to be higher interest rate, but they're going to go based on the deal, how much equity is in the deal, and they're also able to fund you a whole lot faster than a traditional bank will. They do have pros and cons, which we cover those in other videos, but I would develop a relationship with a hard money lender. Again, call them up, same routine. This is what I look for. Guys, by the way, a lot of these guys may have a deal waiting for you. These guys may say, well, if you're into that, I actually have something that somebody just walked away from or something that's coming up. So these phone calls, in addition to setting your team up to pitch other investors, are a way to get deals for yourself, right? Okay. And the last person you have to, or I'm sorry, not the last person, but the next person you have to have is an appraiser. Now, with commercial properties, you're going to be evaluating properties a lot based on the cap rate or the price per square foot. You're usually going to be relying a lot on the commercial real estate broker, right? This is totally different than residential for you guys who are joining us from that sector. But it is a good idea to have a commercial appraiser. There are times where you may have a unique property. There are times where you may be in an area that doesn't have a lot of properties sold or a lot of comps for this specific asset class. It's a good idea to have a commercial appraiser. You always want to have an appraiser's opinion. There are different ways in commercial to evaluate the property. Again, we'll get into that in another video, but having an appraiser, always a good idea. And the last person, of course, is a real estate attorney. All right, now, I want to be clear with something. Commercial real estate attorney. This is not a residential attorney. This is not a litigation attorney. This is not your cousin because he is some type of attorney. You need a specific commercial real estate attorney, one who has practice in contract law of that state within commercial real estate. All right. The rates are much different than residential. The skill set is much different. It needs to be a commercial real estate attorney. And again, this guy may have a deal for you as well. You're going to develop these relationships, and this is a part of your team. Okay, so you need to meet with these people regularly, but also when you go to pitch investors and when you find that property and when you're pitching someone, all right, now they know you're coming to them for money, but you want to say, look, I have my team of guys. I'm sure you have your team of guys, but if you want to use mine, this is who I use. Every once in a while, you'll get the investor. If he's a local guy, it's a local bank, he may say, yeah, I know, Mike down there at such and such bank. We have a great relationship. Now, what does that do? Well, it may get you a better rate on your deal, but it's letting your investor know that you're in the business. You know the players, okay? The last thing you want to do is walk into a meeting, we'll talk about this in another video, and not have any team set up, not have any money that you can bring to the table. We'll talk about how much is reasonable for your first deal. Again, it all starts with having a team. This is free. It doesn't cost you any money, okay? It could yield you a lot of information and even deals. So again, guys, set your team up. Commercial real estate broker, a broker for a specific asset class that you're looking for. We'll talk about how to determine that in another video. An appraiser, a lender. Good idea to have a traditional commercial bank and also a private money lender, as well as an attorney. So real estate broker, lender, commercial appraiser, commercial real estate attorney. Those are your 4 key players to your team. Guys, have a good one. Stay tuned for some next videos, and we'll see you soon.